Here we go, 9 o'clock on the dot in downtown Alton. We made it to Friday, Riverbend. We got to have a great show for you today. Food for Thought with Linda Petterson, round 2. It's going to be fun. Man, it's the time of the year. Man, my sinuses just kick my butt in the morning. And even in the afternoon, it seems like there's no escape from it. But with Linda, we're going to be doing Food for Thought, but this time a little bit different. We're going to do a science experiment. Yeah, we're turning into Bill Nye on this one. We're going to talk for a couple of minutes, take a break, we'll come back, and we're going to demonstrate the importance of hand washing the correct way and why it's so important for our restaurant workers and employees and food servers to really focus on washing your hands because, well, maybe we don't do such as good a job as we think. Then, before we talk to Linda, we're going to be talking to Trinity's Way. This is a really cool local area organization that's does a great job of carrying the legacy on of an amazing individual. We're going to be talking to that organization at 10:10. Luis Nolla joins us at 9:30, plus you and I for a couple minutes here. You guys want to text in, you can, 618-759-7469. That is the number to text, and let me know how you're feeling. Let me take you to what's happening around the Riverbend this morning, and make sure you sign up for that daily email update and join over 60,000 people that get the same email every day in their inbox called Around the Riverbend. At 7:30, you get national news, statewide news, local news, news from the Associated Press, plus any type of lifestyle articles, letters to the editor even, and then you got your sports roundup, your classifieds, all the events that are happening in the next few days, all at your disposal every morning at 7:30 a.m. Hey, let me take you to Belleville from Dan Brandon, content director. A Belleville man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for sexual exploitation of a minor. Larry W. Hale, 54 years of age, of Belleville, was sentenced to 15 years in the Bureau of Prisons at the United States District Court on Wednesday for a sexual exploitation of a minor and transportation with intent to engage in sexual criminal activity. According to court documents, Hale, who was 51 at the time, traveled to Atlanta, Georgia in February of 2020 to pick up a 16-year-old female and bring her back to Illinois to live with him. She was discovered in his home in July in 2020. In a voluntary videotaped interview with law enforcement, Hale admitted to engaging in a sexual relationship with the minor, stating that it began shortly after she moved into his residence. He also admitted to knowing she was 16 years old when he picked her up in Georgia and transported her to Illinois to live with him. Finally, Finally, he admitted that there was a video of the victim performing a sex act on his cell phone. Sex crimes against children are particularly disturbing, and Larry Hale deliberately preyed on a vulnerable child after meeting her on an online dating site, said United States Attorney Rochelle Crow. Quote, his sentence reflects the severity of his crimes, and I applaud the efforts by many to remove this predator from our community. The investigation was conducted with efforts by the Belleville Police Department and the United States Secret Service. United States Assistant Attorney Angela Scott prosecuted the case, and this case was brought as part of a Project Safe Childhood, a national initiative launched in 2006 by the Department of Justice to combat the increase in child sexual exploitation and abuse. Led by the United States Attorney's Office and the Criminal Division's Child Exploitation and Obscenity Section, Project Safe Childhood marshals federal, state, and local resources to locate, apprehend, and prosecute individuals who sexually exploit children and to identify and rescue the victims. Also in the news cycle today, a man admitted to pulling trigger in the fatal East St. Louis bank robbery. Jalen D. Quinn, 23, of St. Louis, pled guilty in United States District Court on Wednesday to fatally shooting a security guard while robbing First Bank in East St. Louis in August of 2021. Quote, vicious acts of armed violence in our communities are intolerable, said United States Attorney Rochelle Crow. The United States Attorney's Office is prepared to pursue justice in honor of the life lost, and I commend the FBI and our law enforcement partners for their efforts to improve public safety and remove dangerous individuals from society. According to court documents, Quinn and Andrew R. Binkley, 21, of St. Louis, entered First Bank in East St. Louis, located at 350 River Park Drive, around 4 p.m. on August 27th of 2021. Wearing masks, the pair approached the teller and displayed a demand note. The note read, "I got a bomb strapped to my chest. Put all the money in or everyone die." After receiving the funds, the two men they ran out the door. Ted Horn, 56 of St. Liberty, was working at the bank as a uniformed security guard and moved to intercept the man. But Quinn drew a semi-automatic handgun and shot Horn in the head. The robbers then fled the scene in a white Lexus sedan. Horn was pronounced dead at the scene, and bank surveillance video quickly led to identification of Brinkley as a suspect. By 2 p.m. the following day, the FBI arrested Brinkley and Quinn at Brinkley's residence in St. Louis. Agents executed a search warrant at the residence and recovered a loaded handgun, two marked bills that were taken during the first bank robbery, and clothing that matched what the robbers wore. And the FBI Springfield is leading the investigation with assistance from the Illinois State Police and the East St. Louis Police Department. United States Assistant Attorney Laura Reppert and Allie Burns are prosecuting this case. In lighter news, Schnucks customers and the company donate more than $250,000 to the Salvation Army through the Roundup at the Register campaign. Schnucks Market Inc. and the Salvation Army announced yesterday that the Schnucks customers and company donated a total of $250,135 to the Salvation Army's annual Tree of Lights campaign through Schnucks' Roundup at the Register. Schnucks customers had the option to round up their purchases to the nearest dollar with 100% of the donations from the 2-week campaign benefiting the Salvation Army. Customers then donated $237,000, and Schnucks added on an additional $12,711 to bring it up to that $250,000. Quote, each year that during the holidays, our customers show their immense generosity towards the Salvation Army at checkout through our Roundup at the Register campaign and by donating to the red kettles at the entrances of the store. We congratulate the Salvation Army on this successful 75th annual Tree of Lights campaign. Together, we continue to nourish people's lives in the community that we are honored of serving. And that was from CEO of Schnucks Corporations and Marketing, Todd Schnuck, with that quote. All monies raised during the Roundup at the Register stay in the market in which they are donated to support local programs, services, and include helping to provide food, shelter, and support veterans, addiction treatments, and emergency disaster services throughout the year. A great thing from Schnucks. Also, coming in Edwardsville, wall-to-wall and commercial furnishings is off to a solid start and had a great ribbon cutting just the other day. Danielle Harrell, a co-owner of wall-to-wall and commercial furnishings in Edwardsville, said she and her husband feel right at home at their new business because of the Edwardsville background. Recently, the Edwardsville Glen Carbon Chamber of Commerce held a ribbon cutting at Wall to Wall. Quote, my husband and I both graduated from SIUE. Edwardsville just fits for us. We're excited to get into it. We have a lovely store manager, Melissa, who has helped set up the design inside, and she works and checks local trends. When people walk into the store, they can order things in the store and from kiosks. Customers can get measurements or outfit anything they want from our store. We have items for living rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and anything you might need in your home or business. Wall to Wall is located at 6698 Center Grove Road in Edwardsville. Their hours are 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, and Sunday is by appointment only. For clients interested in staging, rendering, or styling services for their home or business. For more information, give them a call, 618-977-8231, and congratulations on your grand opening. Godfrey is receiving $500,000 for Widman Bike Trail improvements from Madison County Transit. And Godfrey Village Board Trustee Jeff Weber announced Godfrey will be receiving $500,000 from Madison County Transit to improve the F.E. Widman Bike Trail in Godfrey. He made this announcement at the Village Board first regularly scheduled meeting of 2023 on the 3rd of January. Quote, Madison County Transit, in the past, they've never paid any attention to Godfrey at all. We never got a dime out of them, Weber said. Under new management over there, which Mike has been working with, they're going to give us $500,000 towards the Widman bike path. That's into the quote there. Godfrey Mayor Mike McCormick named the new management as S.J. Morrison, the executive director of Madison County Transit. McCormick added the process has, quote, taken a lot of work, and Weber complimented the mayor for securing this funding. Both McCormick and Weber confirmed that this is the first time MCT has been financially supportive of a project in Godfrey. A full recording of Tuesday night's meeting can be found, just like all of them can be found, online at RiverBender.com or on our Facebook page in case you wanted to see any of the past comments at any local city council meeting. In Alton, the YWCA Southwestern Illinois Women's of Distinction event chair Donna Dixon is pleased to announce the nomination period for the Women of Distinction program is now open, in addition to the 32 annual Women of Distinction celebration that will be held on Thursday evening, May the 4th at Julia's Banquet Center at Eastgate Plaza in East Alton. Each year, some of the region's brightest, boldest, and bravest, also most influential women have been honored. At the YWCA's Women of Distinction celebration, honorees are women who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and achievement in their professional, civic, and their personal lives. WOD Academy has grown into a dynamic and diverse group of over 300 women representing a wide range of accomplishments and contributions. YWCA is requesting the public's help in soliciting nominations for Women of Distinction. The community is urged to nominate exceptional women who create real change in our communities. Nomination packets are available now at YWCA or online at altonywca.com. You can email them at info@ywcaswil.org or by calling 465-774. Nomination deadline for the Women of Distinction program is Friday, the 24th of February, no later than 5 p.m. or postmarked by February the 24th of this year. And hey, the 13th annual St. Louis Teen Talent Competition registration is officially open. Talented teens have the chance to perform before a live audience on the fabulous Fox Theater stage. Fox Performing Arts Charitable Foundation is proud to underwrite and produce an educated competition showcasing teens of the St. Louis region. The teens are encouraged to compete in the talent category of their choice, whether they sing, dance, act, or just do something eccentric. All talent is welcome. For the chance at $8,000 towards a college scholarship, you can head on over to foxpacf.org and complete the St. Louis Teen Talent Competition registration form. Then from there, registrants will be able to submit details about their act, and registration is still open until the 31st of January. There are no fees to participate in this. Also, it's open to any high school student that lives within 50 miles in any direction of the St. Louis Gateway Arch. Students must be enrolled in grades 9, 10, 11, and 12 during the 2022-23 academic year to participate. Performers under the age of 18 will need a parent or guardian to submit their registration form on their behalf. Once registration is complete, it's time to prepare for the preliminaries, and contestants will have 3 minutes to show the judges what they can do. The preliminary round will take place at Kirkwood High School on the 4th and 5th of February in just a few short weeks. You can visit again, foxpacf.org. That's foxpacf.org for the complete competition schedule and guidelines. Good luck to all the talented teens in the area. One last little bit of news, and it's not really just news. It's more of a call to action for all of you. This Saturday, have some fun. Get out. Listen, I don't know what the weather's going to be like. I didn't look that far ahead. I barely know what I'm going to do 10 minutes from now. Just hear me out. The Alton Eagle Ice Festival is this Saturday, and you're going to look at so much different fun that you and the family could be having. There's different locations, different spots. The fun starts at 10 a.m. You know, and whether or not you're over at the National Great Rivers Museum, the Flock Food Truck Park, and the Audubon Center, all three locations offering really, really cool things. Let me tell you about these. Ever had the opportunity to view a majestic bald eagle up close? Well, head on over to Flock Food Truck Park from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a free eagle meet and greet and a chance to get your picture taken with America's national animal. Then the Eagle Ice Festival at Flock will also include food trucks, drinks available from the Flock Bar, DJ tunes, live ice carvers from Ice Visions. How freaking cool is that? Ice carving. Awesome. I love it. Eagle watching shuttle tours depart from the visitor center, then the Eagle Fest beer from Old Bakery Beer Company. There's going to be fire pits with s'mores kits for sale, face painting for kids, and so much more. Then, when you're done with that, when you're a little worn out at Flock, just head on over to the National Great Rivers Museum. They're offering a number of free, let me say that again, F-R-E-E, free family-friendly activities. So stop by the theater for talks by Eagle experts and to watch eagle film showings. Look through the spotting scopes for a chance to view that eagle's nest. Those things are huge. just awesome to look at. And for the little ones, make your own craft. This year, it's an eagle head wrap. Then those that want to see more beautiful birds of prey, well, you can stop by the Audubon Center at the Riverlands to view birds like eagles and owls on live displays by Treehouse Wildlife Center. Then enjoy guided bird hikes, eagle crafts, and they have fire pits and s'mores there too. So it's like you have a pit stop of s'mores along the way. Then the final stop of your day, because, hey, it's probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock at this point in time on your Saturday, so it's time to head over to the Lewis and Clark Confluence Tower. It's going to be open all day for tours to see American bald eagles from 50, 100, and even 150 feet tall. Have you ever been in that thing? Drive by it all the time, right? We all drive by it. I finally got out one day and said, I'm going to go in there. It's actually really beautiful to see the view, to see the scenery. Perfect. And then throw in some American bald eagles. Life's great. That's the dream. Oh, and then there's also going to be a Birds of Winter educational session featuring local raptors from Treehouse Wildlife Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Admission is required for the tower tour, but the Birds of Winter exhibit is free. The Eagle Ice Festival is a free-to-attend public event held annually in Alton and is presented by Phillips 66 in Wood River. For more information on the event, or just stop by on the 7th of January. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. and have the time of your life experiencing nature at its finest. That's a gem that we have right here in our community with American bald eagles. All you got to do for more information, riversandroutes.com. That's riversandroutes.com. Back to the teen talent competition real quick. Let me tell you guys something. When I was doing when I was running raised boards and getting the sound right and all that stuff, and working with him with St. Louis in the Know, we had the opportunity to talk to so many individuals. We actually talked to 3 or 4 in a couple of days that either won the competition, that were placed very high up in the competition, that were alumni that were coming back to talk about and promote the competition. The teen talent competition is what I'm talking about. And at the time, I kept telling myself after each one, because it raised the host, but he would say, hey, if you have any questions, ask. I always wanted to ask and kept forgetting during every interview, how far out can you live to be a part of this? And it's great to know that all of you, we have so many talented kids, so many talented youth. Get them involved in the St. Louis Teen Talent Competition. I'm telling you, you will not regret this. This is a great opportunity, and hopefully even an opportunity for one of your children to win an $8,000 scholarship. How cool is that? But just to talk to the kids and just to hear what their mindset is, how passionate they are about something, it makes it really enjoyable. And I'm really just happy that it's coming back again this year. So for more information on that, like I said, foxpacf.org. It is 9:18 right here on this 6th day of January on this Friday in the heart of the Riverbend, inside the RiverBender building. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back for more of our daily show right after this in downtown Alton.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
inspiring her dreams, and helping her pursue them. That's why we protect your house and your car, because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. American Family Insurance.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book.
Get over here.
Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you.
It is 9:21 right here in downtown Alton on a beautiful Friday morning. A little cold. I had so much darn ice on my car today, or frost, whatever you call it. It's ice to me because it's cold when you touch it, and whenever you get it off your car, it makes little ice cubes. Anyway, get outside, and I've gotten really lucky because sometimes, listen, your alarm doesn't, work, or whenever you have someone give you a wake-up call, you end up rolling over and going back to sleep for an hour. Things happen, okay? It all happens. But I've been really lucky because my biggest fear is it's going to be like 8:30 one day. I'm going to go, oh, I'm late. I got to get out to the car, and it's covered in frost, ice, whatever. And then I got to scrape it off, and then I'm late to work. Well, I get out, like the last 2 weeks or 4 weeks before Christmas, I was kind of nervous about it because the cold was coming in, and, it was in the negative, double digits at one point. It's like -11. No frost on the car. I couldn't believe it. There was no frost. And then I wake up today, and it's covered in like a sheet of ice. I couldn't believe it. Or a sheet of frost for all of you. Technically, you want to be by the book, punctual on your verbiage. Well, there you go. Anyway, I get out today, and it took so long to get that frost scraped off and getting in and just trying to figure it out. I don't know why I'm rambling about it. I just thought I'd tell you about it. It's like my therapy. I got to get it out somehow. Anyway, there's been some really cool things that are going on and that are in the news cycle today. And I want to share some of them with you. But real quick, just don't know much about, history and all that. But I do know some facts about American bald eagles ahead of the Eagle Ice Fest tomorrow. Did you know that bald eagles are among the most flexible and opportunistic foragers? Bald eagles choose habits with large concentrations of fish, waterfowl, and small mammals for two reasons. One is that the large concentration of prey makes it easier to catch them. Two, large concentrations of prey invariably result in more animals dying and more carrion available to eagles. When foraging for food, bald eagles choose tall perches adjacent to bodies of water. From there, they can scan the surroundings. From there, they watch for fish that are swimming near the water surface or floating dead or close to dying. Bald eagles are good at detecting waterfowl and seabirds such as gulls, wounded or struggling to move. Upon detection, they quickly launch an attack at the struggling bird, and then they easily catch them. Then they can switch their diets to mostly fish, mostly waterfowl, mostly small mammals, or both, depending on the availability of these food items. And out of all of that, though, bald eagles really just like to eat fish. In spite of having a strong hooked beak and strong talons and being able to be flexible in what they hunt for, they are part of a group of fish eagles, which are African sea fish eagles, Stella sea eagle, and as their name suggests, fish is an essential part of these eagles' diets. Across its range, fish constitute between 25 to 65% of bald eagles' diets, but this varies with the locality and the type of food that is more prevalent. On the other extreme are eagles in Yosemite National Park, where fish is not really available, and eagles are here to feed primarily on large mammal, large groups of smaller mammals. And then bald eagles can be kleptoparasitic, and it comes from the word kleptomaniac, which means having an impulse to steal. While eagles don't have the urge to steal, any money from us or any even food from other birds, they supplement their food intake with the food procured by other birds. This habit intensifies when food is scarce. While scanning their surroundings for tall perches, eagles also watch for other birds and what they're doing. If like a seagull catches a fish, or any type of food, a bald eagle is likely to chase the gull until it gets lets go of its food and lets the bald eagle have it. Isn't that so crazy? I mean, they're basically just sitting there waiting for a bird, a little seagull, just having the time of his life. He just caught a fish. Life's good. The tourist wasn't giving him anything out of their little, lunch bin of goodies, so he had to go eat the fish. He's having the time of his life. He's flying down the ocean, got a little fish in his mouth. Boom! Eagle comes in and rips it from you, steals it. Kind of mean. Occasionally, bald eagles predate on livestock. Bald eagles have been implicated in predatory situations involving young pigs, goats, and sheep. With only a few cases confirmed, the blame shifted to golden eagles. There is no doubt bald eagles can predate on livestock. Bald eagles regularly hunt for rabbits, and similar-sized animals, while human expansion onto eagle habits, domestic kittens have become part of a bald eagle's diet. Young domestic cats are much easier to catch and handle than wild rabbits, and a bald eagle always prefer the ones that are easy to catch. While it's increasingly popular, and the growing popularity of organic eggs and chickens and pasture-raised poultry is a growing trend, depending on the area and the county, bald eagles and other raptors have actually discovered an easy and reliable source of food in flocks of unsuspecting farm chickens. It's a war zone out there with these things. Wow. These things are hunters. Bald eagles are the largest North American, quote, actual bird of prey, although by a relatively small margin, the bald eagle is the largest North American bird of prey. A bird of prey is defined as one that primarily pursues, hunts, kills, and feeds on live animals using its strong talons, acute sense of vision, and strongly hooked beak adapted to tear flesh from their prey. Birds of prey belonging to the orders of I cannot pronounce those two bird groups. They're much larger California birds. It's North America's largest flying bird, but they're not regarded as a bird of prey. That's the California condor. They're not really considered a bird of prey, so the bald eagle, well, it takes the cake. There you go. And the bald eagle is the most successful conversion story in American history. Since 1782, the bald eagle has been a national symbol of America, and bald eagles do not become an emblem of the environmental movement until the 1960s or 70s, when their numbers declined steeply from the effects of ingesting the pesticide DDT. As soon as DDT was banned and the bald eagle was fully protected under the Endangered Species Act, eagle numbers began to rebound rapidly. Bald eagles were removed from the federal list of endangered species in 2007 by the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. It's actually really interesting. And then bald eagles hold the world record for the largest tree nest ever recorded. As far as the nest goes, the bald eagle has the world record as the largest nest ever recorded, not just for birds, but for animals of all kinds. The bald eagle constructs nests that are reused every year at the beginning of every breeding season. The eagle pair adds nesting materials to the existing nest, which increases its size. That's why you can see them from 270 when you're looking over. Bald eagles can nest in a single nest for up to 30 years. That's incredible. They have a table that they provided for me, but, you can't really read a table. A young bald eagle actually lives a nomadic lifestyle. Immature bald eagles spend the first 4 years of their life on the prowl, exploring extensive territories. Once they begin to catch their own food, young bald eagles start venturing away from the nesting territory. During the first 4 years, they wander in all directions, as they do not need to defend a territory, nor are they tied to any particular place. Young birds wander in search of food. They remain where food is plentiful and easy to obtain. Food availability is the primary driver for migration, and young birds tend to stay in suitable places as long as food is available. Once food becomes scarce, the competition is fierce. Birds start to search for the next best spot. They can cover thousands of miles to find good feeding spots. After approximately 4 years, young eagles tend to go back to the nest territory where they were born. A concept called site fidelity means a strong attraction for a bird to return to the area where it was born. And number 9 on this list, I think it's just interesting. I mean, we're ahead of the Bald Eagle Festival. Let's celebrate something that not a lot of people get to experience. I mean, think about it. You've all seen the Family Guy episode, right? It's like the old one where all the people from New York go to Quahog to watch the leaves change colors. We have that here too. But the bald eagle thing, I mean, people come from states away all the time just to come watch and bald eagle sight, and it's something that we kind of take for granted sometimes, and really it's a really big privilege to have. And the bald eagle was nearly replaced as the national symbol. Was that a myth or reality? Well, as the story goes, Ben Franklin recognized the wild turkey's fascinating characteristics and appeal when he suggested that the bird be our nation's national bird. Even though the turkey lost by just one vote, it's still a favorite game, and it's still a favorite game bird in America because of its keen series. If Franklin had succeeded, we might have seen the wild turkey, Luis Nolla, as our national animal and national symbol. Isn't that wild?
What happens to the bald eagle?
So we have it's the Eagle Ice Festival is tomorrow. It's a big shaboozy down here in town, and I was going over some interesting facts about the bald eagle. It turns out that Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national animal, the national bird, not the bald eagle.
Thank God Ben Franklin didn't get his way.
And bald eagles can live nearly 4 decades in the wild. That's the end of our bald eagle fun facts. Luis Nolla, how's the sports scene looking?
Going good. It's going to be a good weekend of sports, good weekend of local sports, a good weekend of national sports. The NFL will start their last week of this regular season. And we got some news regarding that last night because the whole Damar Hamlin situation. Today, the NFL owners will have to vote on amending the playoff rules, right, CJ?
Right.
And one of the things they're going to vote for today, and it has to pass, I think it is, again, like every owner vote, it's going to be 2/3 majority. And it's the way, so there's a lot of scenarios, right? But the most important part is that the AFC Championship game might be played in a neutral site.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, I was wondering, I saw the story come out last night, but I didn't know really how that was going to look. Do you think this is something that's going to affect the greater good? If another situation, I'd be hard pressed to say this is going to, happen reoccurringly, but is it one of those where it's almost just a preemptive measure if it does happen again?
Yes and no, because again, even whenever Roger Goodell was quoted saying this is a bizarre and unique situation,
right?
And it's the most fair way to proceed because they're not going to play the game. The Monday night game will not be played, so it's going to be considered no contest.
Oh, okay. Now I get this. I wasn't really following along with it. It was kind of getting confusing. The more I read, the more confused I get, and that's not just with this story; it's with a lot of them. But does it seem like both teams are okay with that? Does it seem like there's going to be any holdouts for voting to approve that measure?
That's the question. Again, it just depends. And here's the thing: if the vote doesn't pass today, the NFL only has today to do it, right? Because the week 18, the last week of the season starts tomorrow. And it's going to be hella unfair for all of the teams if they start playing the games and they don't know what the playoff structure will be.
Well, I can say this for the record. At least they'll know how Kevin McCarthy feels if the vote doesn't go through. Okay, I'll be here all week. I'm
not touching that.
All righty. Alton girls basketball, Luis Nolla, I got to tell you this because you'll appreciate it, is 16-0. Okay? This team, I have to just get this out. So they're first in Southwestern Conference. They're 5-0. They're 16-0 overall. They just beat Belleville West. I'm telling you, Luis, this St. Louis Post-Dispatch had them at 3 overall in the region, like the entire region of all the teams. But I think at the statewide level, they're 2. I just wanted to share this with you to let you know we got a really good girls basketball team right over here, and I wanted to make sure that they know that RiverBender.com supports all the great work they're doing this season. That's pretty unheard of, isn't it?
No, yeah, and high school basketball where, again, anything can happen. It doesn't matter if you have a good team or a bad team. Now, you have a bad team, you're going to get more exposed. Right. But 60-0 to start the year, heading to the new year, that's amazing. That is a good team that's well coached, disciplined, probably. So that's good. Good for them. Good for them.
Really was, and it's a high conference. It's like the 3A and 4A. I think they're the highest class you can be in. So I mean, it's a tough it's a tough schedule. But yeah, you're absolutely right. All right, let's transition a little bit to this weekend. Is Missouri playing a basketball game?
Yes, Missouri's playing tomorrow at 11
That's
a.m.
what I thought. Okay, 11.
11 a.m. home game tip-off against Vanderbilt.
Oh, that's
national televised game on CBS Channel 4. So.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm like, I almost got a little upset. I'm like, what the heck, man? I need a little, at least give me to noon. Let me at least get to the noon part.
It is the noon game on the East Coast. So there you go.
So they're at Vanderbilt.
No, Vanderbilt is at Mizzou.
Oh, okay. Well, how's the?
And game is supposed to be sold out too.
Is it really? Now, how's Vanderbilt this year on the court? I haven't really followed along like I should.
Again, Vanderbilt normally is a top team, top SEC team. Now, here's the point with the SEC before I get into Vanderbilt specifics. SEC is very, very good this year, so it's not your normal SEC. And here's the thing: Vanderbilt right now is 8-6. They won the first game in the SEC. So if you look at the standings, yeah, they're above Mizzou. But again, Mizzou has a better record overall. But remember, tiebreaker here for college is conference standings. So it's gonna be a tough matchup.
Well, and to me, though, I mean, it's fun watching the Missouri basketball team play. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, it's not, at first I was kind of like, we'll see. But, man, they really have something going.
They do, again, and they lost at Arkansas. They actually lost a 17-point lead in the process. So it probably was their second clunker of the season. And, well, yeah, if you have a clunker against Arkansas, that's the top 13th team of the nation, you will lose. And just Arkansas just figured out the Missouri defense and just won that game on Wednesday. But yeah, again, Dennis Gates, like we said on Monday, Dennis Gates has built a brand of basketball that's not only just good for the pace they want, but it's fun. It's fun. Even defensively, it's fun. It's not like your hard half-court defense is just slow down the pace. No, they are looking for steals and deflected passes too.
Absolutely. And, like you said, it really both aspects of the game, defense, offense, all fun to watch. Blues beat the Jersey Devils yesterday. They play the Canadiens tomorrow. And, I do want to throw this out there. I put on my Facebook, I said, I'm looking for some Blues tickets because my sister's boyfriend's in town and they were wanting to go to the Blues game. Do you know how many freaking bots I got? I got like 9 or 10 of these fake accounts going, hey, I got Blues tickets for sale. And you can't message me. I made the privacy setting that way. So I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know if you've ran into that problem before, Luis, but what are you thinking ahead of the game against Canadians?
I don't run into that problem because I always got a pass for the game, so I don't have to deal about tickets.
That's true.
But I know, here's the thing. Now, they won against the New Jersey Devils. They're a good team now. Better team on road at home is to do the splits for Devils are weird in that sense, but they're getting it done with their young guys again. On Monday and Wednesday, and Tuesday, the worry was how is this team going to look?
Well,
against the Toronto Maple Leafs,
right?
Because they don't have anybody. Okay, they don't have anybody, but their Krug is out for the foreseeable future. Tarasenko's out for the foreseeable future. And O'Reilly's out for the foreseeable future.
Just to throw in my jerk comment, at least Tarasenko was named to the All-Star game.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations.
Won't matter now.
Here's the thing. Ask John Tortorella how much he doesn't watch the All-Star game. And that's a hockey head coach.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he was. John after dark, basically. Torts after dark, he's great. But going back to the Blues, but it's the way they're getting it now done. It's like I don't know how long will be this? How will be sustainable? But enjoy it while it lasts, and maybe it's like, the Blues have young players that can contribute to the team sooner than expected, and that's gonna be interesting. Looking forward to what happens in the summer in the off season, because they got the Tarasenko question, they got the O'Reilly question too.
How long is Tarasenko out for?
4 weeks at least. He's going to be reevaluated with the hand injury after 4 weeks. So it might be 4 weeks, maybe 4 or 6 weeks. I don't know. It's indefinitely.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because the Blues just put out a thing on their Twitter that's like, hey, you can help him determine whether additional Blues stars join him at the All-Star game. It's like,
you got voted in via the fan vote, so it doesn't matter if you're alive or dead.
Okay, I'm just like, why are the Blues promoting this? He ain't playing unless they just want to get the PR out of it, I guess.
Get the PR out of it.
Sorry.
And yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I'm a little whiny today, Luis. I forgot to tell you.
It's Friday. Why are you whining about it?
I don't know. I'm just dragging today. But when's the World Baseball Classic? I wanted to ask you that on Monday.
That's in March.
Is it? Now, Yachty's coach in Puerto Rico. His brothers are with him. Now, is Carrera, where is he at national? I thought wasn't he on Team Puerto? Which one was the one that's playing for the Cardinals that we were talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Okay. So that you threw a lot of questions at me. Let me go one.
Just take them all.
Benji and Jose Molina are part of his coaching staff. Benji's going to be the pitching coach. Correa is going to be the shortstop or third baseman for Puerto Rico, because the shortstop for Puerto Rico is Francisco Lindor. It's the same problem that the Nets will have if they sign Correa. It's another can of worms. Tommy Edman is going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic, not for Team USA, but for Team Japan.
Wow.
Lars Nootbaar might be playing for Team Korea. I think that's it. Yeah, obviously, Nolan Arenado, Adam Wainwright, Paul Goldschmidt will be in Team USA.
Well, that makes sense. And see, that's why it's just so interesting to see how they do the, do you know what the qualifications are? Do you just have to be from that, your family has to be that from that nationality? I've always wondered that, because with the World Cup, you obviously have to be a citizen. But it seems like with the Baseball Classic, you can not pick and choose, but you can either go with one nation or another.
Yeah. If you got roots with that nation, you can go. So you cannot say, hey, I'm from the USA, but I have no roots for Spanish roots, but I'm going to play with Team Spain. It's like, what's going on, right?
Right. One last.
Here's a good example. Before the Cuban Federation opened up the team for every major league player, Randy Arozarena, Cuban, well, it's going to play for Team Mexico.
Wow.
And that's because he had citizenship via Mexico, because whenever he defected via Mexico.
Wow. That's wow. Now that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one last thing for you before I let you go. All-time San Diego Padres home run leader Nate Colbert died on Thursday at the age of 76. He's a St. Louis area native. Actually, I'm trying to figure out what record he tied Musial in, but he did tie Musial in one of the records. Do you know anything about this individual?
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about this individual. I'm sorry for his passing.
It's okay. Colbert sits atop the Padres home run list at 163, and doing that in that ballpark, good luck. He was the first. He was an original member of the expansion team, inducted into the Missouri Hall of Fame and the Padres Hall of Fame as well. And I still can't figure out what damn record he tied Musial in. It was ask Ben if you see him, because it's in the Post-Dispatch, but I can't pay for it. I just don't want to.
I'll ask my pal Ben Fred.
Sounds good, Luis Nolla. Anything else I'm forgetting, bud?
No, again, in a other note before we wrap up here in the weekend, SLU basketball, again, they're just an average team. Again, the team was built to be one of the top teams, and not only in the A10 but in the nation. and now it seems for X or Y reason. I got my theories. I'm just gonna say them right now before I talk to players and coaches. They're just average. They lost to UMass on Wednesday. Not a good defensive showing. And then they play at Chaffetz tomorrow. They host the St. Bonaventure.
I figured it out. He was a National League All-Star from 71 to 73, but Luis Nolla, Cobert's best day in the majors, was on August the 1st of 72. He hit 5 home runs, one of 2 players to do so, Stan Musial being the other in 54, and he also drove in 13 runs during a doubleheader, breaking the record of 11 runs batted in, and his total 22 bases of those 2 games set another major league record for a doubleheader, leading into the Padres sweeping the Braves.
So that was your guy. You had a doubleheader. You felt good that day.
That's for darn sure, man. And it's just so it's really amazing to me because this guy has a remarkable career and he's a St. Louis native. And I honestly can say I've never heard of the gentleman, but what an incredible feat.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Luis, anything else before I let you go?
No, I think I'm done here with my notes for the week. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the family. This is the last weekend before school starts back, right, CJ?
Oh, don't even get me started on that. School started this week in Alton on a Thursday. Yeah.
Why?
Thank you.
Sorry. You're going to start school this week. Start on Tuesday, but it ruins the. Sorry, this is my.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
I hear something. I won't touch the McCarthy, what's going on in Capitol Hill thing. This is my. I'll touch Alton schools. It ruins the routines for both the parents and the students, and also the teachers.
You know what's funny is I've actually had that same comment made to me and sent in a text message going, hey, can you ask this question, CJ, because it's Thursday. Why am we doing this? Luis Nolla at 9:47. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'll see you back on Monday or talk to you then. And we'll take a quick break. We'll come back for more of our daily show right after this.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com. Or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
fresh and clean. Whoa, my Candida.
9:52, right back here in downtown Alton on this beautiful 6th day of January. A couple of weirder news stories that I found and got compiled my way because of our great prep team. A man, well, he had to do some climbing. Some big-time climbing. Some, like, really, really big-time climbing. An Alberta man had to climb up a tree and flee when a aggressive moose in his neighborhood started charging him. The whole thing was captured on video of the moose going right after this poor guy. He ended up doing a bluff charge, Meredith told local affiliates, so I took the opportunity to scream like a little girl and run up the tree. Understandable. Completely. Have you ever seen a moose? That thing's like a charging building coming at you. Meredith recorded the video of the moose once he reached the safe branch. The footage posted to Facebook shows the moose using his antlers to try to shake the branches and get those suckers to fall. He was grunting and had every intention to trample me by the looks of things, Meredith said. He said the moose finally left the area about 10 to 15 minutes after the whole ordeal. That had to be the longest 10 minutes of this guy's life. I couldn't imagine. My dad had something similar happen to him. I'll have to ask him. He was up in Michigan when it happened. After the 15 minutes, the moose ran away or walked off, letting the individual climb down and, walk home. Walk my butt. I'd have been running home as fast as I could and locking all the doors. Things going to be in my dreams later on. What about this? An athlete broke a record, and this is actually really impressive. Flying bar jumps on an Italian TV series. A United States athlete appearing on an Italy-based TV show set a Guinness World Record for the most consecutive flying jump bars. Grantland McCartney took on the record by going head-to-head with Italian athlete Nicola Gini on the set of the Italy's low show day record. And McCartney came out on top of the challenge, completing 15 flying jumping bars before stopping. And McCartney, after taking home the record, credited Genie's performance with inspiring him to push past his limits. But they're sitting there and they have to do all the, they jump from one little platform with a bar and they have to jump to the other one. And okay, I thought maybe I'm not good at demonstrating. I'm not good at charades either. Something I need to work on this year. An 89-year-old woman made us all feel a little bit more bad about ourselves because, well, at 89 years old, this Florida woman had to do something extra to celebrate during the holidays, and, she had a really big reason to celebrate. Joan Donovan donned a cap and gown for a private graduation ceremony outside her Florida home to celebrate her earning her master's degree in creative writing from Southern New Hampshire University. Donovan said she graduated high school at 16, but her family didn't have the money to send her to college, so she took some postgraduate courses at her local high school, but education fell to the wayside after she got married and started a family. Donovan then went back to school to earn her associates after her children moved away from home, and she graduated with a bachelor's degree from a 4-year university at 84 years old. At 84. Then she was quoted as saying, "I said, why not keep going?" She determined she wanted to earn her master's in creative writing, but her college didn't offer that program, so she ended up enrolling in SNHU's online program to pursue her goal. "I was afraid to try college," Donovan said, "so I say try things. You fail, try it again, but just keep trying." That was the way that she wrapped up her little piece on it. But at 89 years old, you and I are complaining, moping around every day about something going wrong. And this go-getter at 89 goes over to college online, makes it happen, and receives a master's degree. That's incredible. I mean, that's really incredible. I might have to call. Let's see if I can get a hold of Joan. You know what? I'm going to try that. I think that'd be a great conversation, honestly. 89 years old, receiving a master's degree. Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? This is actually slightly more impressive. A British hotel chain's lost and found items, well, get ready for what they entail. A hotel chain called Travelodge revealed the most unusual items left behind at its British locations in 2022. Are you ready for some of these? Well, they include Japanese chin puppies, yes, that's CHIN, and a soccer team-themed wedding cake. Travelodge, which operates 580 hotels in Britain, said one of the most unusual items to pass through its lost and found offices in 2022 included a pair of puppies named J-Lo and Ben that were left behind. Why name dogs after celebrities? Oh my God. They were left behind at its Bath Central location, and a Liverpool Football Club themed wedding cake at the Liverpool Central Strand Travelodge, where the wedding's best man had been staying. And some of the other unusual items to be reunited by their owners include a pair of donkeys named Daisy and Duke, keys to the Sunseeker Hawk 38 powerboat, an oil painting of Queen Elizabeth II, well, a matching pair of Segway scooters, a 4-foot-tall model gingerbread man, and a seagull that's 6 foot long, or a seagull, sorry, and a seagull. That's a live seagull they were able to find, and a 6 foot long Longwu Chinese dragon. Interestingly, the 2022 Lost and Found audit revealed that we were a nation striving for a healthy lifestyle, as we have a significant rise in smartwatches being left behind at our Travelodge hotels during the last 12 months. That was from the spokesperson of the chain. But could you imagine a pair of donkeys, okay? Daisy and... Who leaves 2 donkeys at a hotel? It doesn't even make sense. I mean, it doesn't even happen. And then you got keys to a Sunseeker powerboat, an oil painting of the Queen. Well, that makes sense. And then 2 dogs. What are these people doing to leave all these live animals behind at a hotel chain? Well, all I can tell you is if you go to the Travelodge and one of those donkeys kicks you right in the jaw, well, here's who you got to call. His name's Sean Lentz over at the Lentz Law Firm at 2600 Edward Street. Sean is the expert in personal injury cases and litigation right here in our own backyard. His office is at 2600 Edward Street, right across from Centerstone. So when you're working with Sean, you're working with your community. Why I love working with Sean is he's such a down-to-earth guy, but don't let that down-to-earth fool you. He's got years of experience and tons of great results to add on top of it. That's what Sean can do for you. Listen, you've seen My Cousin Vinny. You've seen some of those, commercials that run after Judge Judy where they say if you call a certain number, you can get more, or they'll come to you. Listen, that's all a sales pitch. I consider that, honestly, the one of those timeshares in Florida, where they make you go, you get the Visa gift card. That's really what those lawyers that you see on those TV commercials act like. That's who they are in real life, too. That's not Sean Lentz. Sean is an honest guy. He's going to sit down and talk to you just like I'm talking to you now. He's going to say, hey, what do you got going on? He's going to listen, and he's going to tell you the plan of a best course of action for you to achieve all of your litigation needs. But listen, save this number now, 618-465-8000. I had to give this number to somebody the other day. I said, well, do you watch the show? They go, yeah. I said, why didn't you write the number down? you got to be proactive when it comes to litigation. You don't want to waste days and weeks of precious time trying to find somebody to represent you when the litigation process already started. You want to know, boom, right then and there, who's taking care of you, and that individual, and my humble recommendation, should be my lawyer. Not only my lawyer, but the lawyer of so many in this community, and quite frankly, the best when it comes to personal injury. And that's Sean Lentz over at the Lentz Law Firm, 618-465-8000. When you get Terry on the phone, she answers the phone calls there. Just say, hey, Terry, CJ said that I could try out as lawyer. It's coming up on 10 o'clock right here in downtown Alton on the 6th day of January. Coming up on top of the hour news, we'll get back and talk to Trinity's Way. Then Food for Thought with Linda Petterson. It all happens coming up right here in downtown Alton. And by the way, it's 10 o'clock.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
10:05, we're right back here on this 6th day of January, a Friday in the heart of the Riverbend. It's time for your top of the hour news brief. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update. It's called Around the Riverbend. Every morning at 7:30, you get all your statewide news, your local news, and the national news brought to you by the Associated Press, all right there at your disposal, plus local events, classifieds, and everything you need to get yourself through the day. And actually, hold on, before I even start this newscast, during Luis Nolla's phone call, my grandma called me, okay? Can't answer because we're on the air. So commercial break comes, so I played a little bit of a longer one and tried to give her a call back. The line was busy. Well, so I'm starting to freak out. Well, then, guess what? I finally got a hold. Well, I never called you. Most terrifying 10 minutes of my life. But let's take you to what's happening around the Riverbend at 10:06 on the 6th day of January, per Dan Brandon, content director here at RiverBender.com. Larry W. Hale of Belleville, he's 54 years of age, was sentenced to 15 years in prison of the Bureau of Prisons in United States District Court on Wednesday for sexual exploitation of a minor of transportation with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. According to court documents, Hale, who was 51 at the time, traveled to Atlanta, Georgia in February of 2020 to pick up a 16-year-old female and bring her back to her Illinois to live with him. She was discovered in his home in July. The investigation was conducted by the Belleville Police Department and the United States Secret Service. Attorney Angela Scott, she's the Assistant United States Attorney in this case. She prosecuted. The case was brought in part of Project Safe Childhood, a national initiative in 2006 was launched by the Department of Justice to combat the increase in child sexual exploitation and abuse. The Godfrey Village Board held its first meeting of 2023. The board passed one ordinance and two resolutions at their first regularly scheduled meeting of this year. Trustees Karen McAtee and Rick Lowski were both absent from the meeting. The village board unanimously approved an ordinance amending the municipal code of Godfrey by the addition of Article 4, which establishes standards of construction of facilities on the right-of-way. Essentially, the ordinance updates the languages of the village's current right-of-way ordinance, which was put into effect in 1992. Finally, the board unanimously approved authorization of the Mayor-Supervisor Park Board to apply for Park Commission funds from Madison County. A full recording of Tuesday night's meeting, which includes the Public Safety Finance Committee meetings, can be watched on RiverBender.com or on RiverBender's Facebook page. During that meeting also, Godfrey was learned to receive $500,000 for the Widman Bike Trail improvements from Madison County Transit. Godfrey Village Board Trustee Jeff Weber announced Godfrey is going to be receiving $500,000 from Madison County Transit to improve the F.E. Widman Bike Trail in Godfrey. He made this announcement at the Village Board first regularly scheduled meeting that happened just 3 days ago. Madison County Transit, in the past, they've never paid any attention to Godfrey at all. We've never got a dime out of them, Weber said. Under new management over there, which Mike has been working with, they're going to give us $500,000 towards the Widman Bike Path. Jesse White, the Secretary of State, as we look at statewide news from Springfield, announced yesterday that the state's organ tissue donor registry reached 7.5 million registrants. Quote, "I am so proud that Illinoisans have shown their giving and caring spirit by signing up for this life-saving program," said White. Quote, "Our mission over the past 24 years has been to strengthen the organ tissue donor program through outreach and registration initiatives. We have worked to the end of waiting for the approximately 4,000 people statewide each year. Unfortunately, about 300 people die while waiting for a transplant in the state of Illinois. Of the more than 12.8 million people living in Illinois, 10.1 million qualify to become an organ and tissue donor. Of those, 74% have registered as donors. In addition, more than 270,000 16 and 17-year-olds have registered with the program since 2018, when Secretary White initiated a law allowing them to register as donors. Illinoisans can register with the Secretary of State's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry at lifegoeson.com or by calling 800-210-2106. It's 10:10 in downtown Alton on the 6th day of January. We're coming back and talking to Trinity's Way right after this in the heart of the Riverbend.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah. blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Get ready to fit a whole lot more into your day. Introducing the all-new U-Force 1000. It's the talk of the industry, and for good reason. It starts with the all-new 1000cc engine, 79 horsepower, liquid-cooled. Drivetrain, CB Tech, as durable as it gets under heavy loads. The U-Force 1000. Everything you need to ride without compromise.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Come on and sing along.
It is 10:13 right back here on the 6th day of January in downtown Alton. Right in front of me is Trinity's Way. I forgot to ask you guys for your names.
My name is Raina, and
she's the vice president. My name is Chris Hunthank, and I am the president of Trinity's Way.
Absolutely.
Founder.
Absolutely. And guys, it's so great to have you guys here. And thank you so much for stopping in. Take us through just a brief overview and familiarize some of our audience who maybe not don't know about the organization yet.
Okay, Trinity's Way was founded in 2017.
2018.
2018. My goddaughter was Trinity Marie Beal, and she got killed in a car wreck out on the Beltline. Coming home from work, great kid, getting ready to graduate, and her life got snatched from her. Then no one was drunk, nothing like that, but she just had a bad day. Wow. And it ended up, taking her life. And we me and her mom are good friends, obviously. Me and her father were too. And but we tried to figure out a way that we could make her live on and her legacy live on. And she wrote an article that got posted. Do you remember the name of the?
I don't recall the name of the article she wrote, but it is on Orion magazine.
Orion.
Orion.
Orion magazine, and she wrote an article about the caves and how it disgusted her. She liked to go there with her friends, and it disgusted her just going back up into the trails and back in the caves where you're not supposed to go. Clean.
Right.
Yeah.
But how everybody would just take trash
and leaving it in there.
So
disgusting, yeah.
And she did try to clean it up by herself, but it would just fill back up.
Yeah, we clean it up twice a year.
Do you really?
No. Once by her birthday and once by the day marking her passing. But we started there, and I pushed April, her mother, and I remember Trinity's Way and our board. She's our CFO. I guess you would call her. She handles the money.
Right.
And I called her, and she's like, at first she didn't want to do anything. And I'm like, let's not let her die.
Right.
So let's keep her alive the only way we can. And that's to push things that were very important to her, which is pets. She worked at Steak and Shake and McDonald's. She would actually buy hamburgers at work and take and feed stray dogs, and she'd also bring them home. She brought all kinds of stray animals home. But, she had a very big heart, and another thing that was very near and dear to her was the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't take anything to not roll down your window and throw out trash, even a cigarette butt.
Right, exactly. And what I think is so cool is that you guys have really found a great way to carry on her legacy and carry on just who she was as a person. And, from all aspects of everyone I've talked to, she's just a fantastic individual. Take us through just the start of it. I mean, how did the event process start with the picking up trash or doing stuff to remember? Was that like a collective effort? Was it just somebody saying, "Hey, I got this"?
That was me in April, and then we reached out to friends and family. And our first cleanup there, I don't know how many people were there. It was probably over 100.
A lot of people.
Wow!
At the first cave cleanup we did, and that was within a month of her passing. We just did it in April. She used to be like second in charge of March of Dimes St. Louis, or second or third. She was pretty high up there, but she had a lot of experience with 501c3, and she pushed us through, and we threw the first Trinity River Festival the beginning of May. In 2018, and she passed in February 17th. So we just took it off and ran with it.
That's incredible. I mean, it's really incredible.
All the money we raise goes towards no-kill animal shelters.
That's fantastic. And has how has it been? Have there been a lot of situations where you've had local business owners, local community leaders kind of help out with that too, or has that been more of you guys just really driving this message home?
It's a bit of both.
Sarah from Alton Main Street has been a cool person to be in contact with, and a lot of businesses around here know us by now because we do try to advertise locally, and then we recently made this partnership with Mavis for our open mic night. And so we're pretty excited about that, and we've been going around and telling people. And at our Trinity River Festival, we have local food vendors there too. So
right on. And by the way, guys, I'm on the Orion magazine and found the article. It's on the trinitiesway.org website if you guys want to follow along with the story and the journey that the organization's on. I mean, just a beautiful piece of writing, and just what I think is really cool that the end of the passage is, "The cave feels like home. They will forever be my favorite wild place." And it kind of sums up just really the passion there that you guys are continuing with, making sure it's clean, making sure it's beautiful for people to enjoy. What are some of the events that you guys have where maybe people of the public can come out and help support this really cool mission?
Well, we do have our open mic night that's starting on Friday the 13th. And that's going to be
good lucky day.
I was about to say, I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to, but I'm like, man, what's next week looking like?
We thought we would take advantage of the spooky theme.
Yeah.
And so we also have a guest, Sarah DeHue, who is a local author.
She was just on the show 2 days ago.
Wow. Funny how things happen like that.
Hand in hand. That's really so. How many of these do you guys do? Are you guys going to do them weekly, monthly?
Probably every other Friday.
Yeah, bi-weekly.
Cool. That's fantastic. And now are you guys planning on doing the River Festival again?
Yeah.
And
we're moving it. We're going to be making a major announcement, coming back and talking to you about that. But I moved the dates. It's going to be in the first weekend in June. Two of the people on the board, April and Brian, are both Alton high school teachers.
He was my teacher. Brian's the best.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's great.
Brian's a good guy, man. Yeah, I went through the radio program at Lewis and Clark. So
Did you?
I've known him for a while too.
Right on.
Anyway, they're teachers, and the time we had it set in May was really screwing with their schedules. You know, they're both parents too.
Right.
So
well, I
it's
can
like
only
their
imagine.
prom and their graduation. And,
Yeah, that's the
it
rush.
was for April was just pure heck every single time. So we changed it to June, and we found a location now that will allow camping out, which we've always wanted. We're going to be doing the Friday and Saturday, first Friday and Saturday in June.
June 2nd and 3rd, I believe.
Wow.
Yes, it is. And it'll be up in Campsville at the Macaulay Heritage Foundation.
That's a great location.
Yeah.
That's a great location.
It's a hidden jewel.
Oh, it is. And Campsville is beautiful. And then you go stop by the pavilion, too, maybe, and go get some good old pork tenderloin sandwich up there. They have great food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably be eating mostly from our food vendors
Oh,
to come out.
that's right. That's so sorry about that, because that's a huge aspect of it. Is a lot of this, you guys bring vendors in, you guys have different, organizations that kind of collaborate with you. How does that feel? I mean, to me, what the bigger picture is, Trinity's still bringing people together, and she's still, without her even being here, being able to kind of lead the charge, I think it's something really, really, really neat.
Yeah, speaking for myself personally, it's the best way I've ever dealt with grief in my life, because I've dealt with it a lot of very negative ways, and this is a positive out of the most negative thing you could ever think of.
Right. Right.
We keep it rocking.
Yep.
And we always, even choosing our musicians, because we normally have more than we have room for at once, so we pick and choose, but we always try to go with the music and the things that she would like. She was a hippie,
Right.
She liked the jam band and the group stuff, so we do go a little bit newer style too, but she did as well.
That is fantastic. And like we were just saying, guys, if you want to stay up to date on the River Festival, that's going to be the 2nd and 3rd of June. And we'll have some cool stuff coming on that.
We'll come back on and talk about that.
Well, you better, because this is too cool. And I really mean that. What I think is just amazing is that you guys, it seems like from every demographic, every walk of life, coming together on this and creating something for, the greater good.
Right.
Take us through, how can we get involved in the community? Is there ways to donate to the organization, help keep the mission going? How are we able to help?
Well, if you follow our Facebook page at Join Trinity's Way, there's an opportunity to donate through Facebook. You can find the link to our website at trinitiesway.org, and right when you click on that, it'll take you to a donate page, I believe, and most of our updates come through Facebook, though. So I would mainly check there.
Right on. And also, too, the website's really really informative. It's really easy to navigate. Was able to find all the article from Orion that Trinity wrote. If you guys want to read a really nice piece, I really encourage you to do so. And really, if you guys could, I think the best way to wrap it up would be right now, because we're going to have you back on here shortly. Summarize Trinity and one sentence, if you could.
She was her friend. I'll let her take it.
Sounds good.
It's a lot of pressure, but I
only ask one serious question in an interview.
The one thing I would say about her is when you were around her, you felt this, I guess, energy or vibe that was just so special and made you feel like you were truly living in the moment.
That's absolutely beautiful. And for you guys at home, if you guys want to follow along or stay up to date on all the events, all the news, there's an updated page where you guys can sign up for daily, not a daily, because I'm used to my daily email update I talk about, but you guys can get updates from trinitiesway.org. That is trinitiesway.org. No apostrophe needed to take you to that website. And you guys can get up to date on all the events, so many that you guys have done, past litter cleanups, and just really cool things. The disc golf tournament I saw, just really, really amazing work that you guys are doing. And please come back whenever you have some more news to talk about. And is there anything else before I let you go?
Oh, no, just
I don't think so.
Come check us out, man. Bring any talent you got. We don't care if you're singing, dancing, telling jokes,
Mhm.
telling stories, doing poetry. Come out to Mavis on Friday the 13th from 4 until 7 p.m. and show us what you got.
Yeah.
And I hope someone comes and tap dances like Fred Astaire. That's my fervent hope and desire, man. Come tap dance like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
I don't know how I feel. He looked at me and said, if you have any talent. And I went, I don't think he's talking about me. I ain't got no talent. But I will be there because that sounds so fun. At Mavis, what time?
4 to 7 p.m.
4 to 7 p.m., the open mic night. Bring your talent. If you don't have talent, bring your energy and your laughs because we want to chuckle along with you. I'll see you at Mavis.
And you'll get to see me up there singing. So,
What music are you singing?
I'll be with my brother's band, so we'll be doing lighter kind of rockabilly.
Rock on. I love it.
My brother and cousin, they're in a band called the Rolling Hard Band.
Nice.
I'll be getting up and singing at least a song with them.
It all happens at Mavis at what time again?
4 to 7 p.m.
4 to 7 p.m. on Friday the 13th. It might be an unlucky day in folklore, but it's going to be a beautiful night atop of Milton Street over there at Mavis. And for more information, it's trinitiesway.org. I can't wait to have you guys on again.
All right. Thank you very much, CJ.
No problem. At 10:26 on the 6th day of January, we're going to take a quick break. We're coming back with Linda Petterson. It's round 2 for Food for Thought right after this in downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
To be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you've changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you.
Wait, hold on. We're here. Just way up here. Hold on. I'm having too much fun. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me here. We're back. All right, we're here. All right. Sorry, we're demo daying right now, right here at RiverBender.com, and Linda Petterson's in here. Linda, real quick, while I'm fixing our mess, tell us about your new food safety letter.
Yes, I'm excited. It comes out every month, and usually around the same time of our little podcast we got going here. We'll cover one subject every month. This month is hand washing. Last month we dealt with bakery goods, and Thanksgiving was the turkey time.
Yes, it was, and I learned a lot. And don't keep your leftovers in there for more than 4 days, please.
Maximum, right?
Right.
But, and of course, CJ's going to learn all about this. He's going to be in my class this Monday.
I'm excited.
So if someone needs to get in soon, here's your chance. I can still send you that study guide. I do have some open spots left. So please get in touch with me, safefoodspecialist.com, register online, and the class is 9 to 5.
And by the way, you're learning from one of the best in the industry whenever you're taking this class, and you can have fun while you're doing it.
I try. You know, food safety can be a very boring subject, and it's a very serious subject that we all need to heed to. But learning, sometimes it's easier if you can have a few laughs put in there.
Right.
You know, and I tell a few stories of things that happened to me during this, my life event, you know, of in this industry. And so it kind of helps makes the day go by faster.
Absolutely. And, you know, some of the really most important aspects of food safety are the ones that are right in front of us that we just kind of brush past every day, like washing your hands. Because how many times have you seen the employee or server go out there and smoke a cigarette or wipe their hands all over the counters?
I know. I know. You come take my course and you'll have a different attitude when you go out and eat in a restaurant. And hopefully, if you're an employee, you take the attitude of how important it is.
Well, and you guys can tell, we're official today.
Yes, we
Safe Food Specialist Extraordinaires. I love them. Who made these?
My friend Angie Kaiser from Unlimited
Prints.
Unlimited Imprints.
Yep.
She's the one that did the embroidery. She does a hell of a job. And of course, this is a nice professional apron.
Yes.
That I purchased online, but she did all my embroidery.
They're heavy. These things.
Yes, very nice.
You could spill some chemical on this, and you aren't going to feel it. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
Well, what is one of the most asked questions in your class? What is it? Is it always about maybe temperatures or wait times or set out times, or is it about sanitation? What are normally the most?
Wow, there's because so many times you get the temperature danger zone for your food, so you got to be careful when you're thawing it out. You got to be careful about what temperature you cook it to.
Yep.
Then how long can you let it sit out? I mean, there's so many variables, and there's a wealth of information that you do need to know.
Well, and too, I'm so excited, guys. You don't understand. When you said, do you want to come to my class? And I said, absolutely, because I want to learn about this. It's so interesting. And then you get to learn about some of the things people are doing wrong.
Oh.
And I'm the nice guy that I am, so I can say, hey, where'd you take your food safety class? Because it wasn't with Linda. I know that.
know. Yeah. We hope that they do.
Well, yeah,
learn.
too. Linda, take us through some of the aspects before we go into our demonstration, because we'll take a break for that. Take us through some of the important aspects of what the newsletter entailed, because it was about sanitation, hand washing. But what is one of the commonly messed up parts of washing the hands? Is there one of the things?
Not long enough.
Not long enough. Now, now is it the happy birthday thing?
Sing happy birthday twice. Yeah, twice. Yeah.
I've been doing it once.
My Apple Watch has a 20-second hand washing on it, right? So when I got it, I tried that, right? And I went to do it, and you wouldn't believe, you go, 20 seconds is a quick time.
Yeah.
It's not when you're washing your hands.
Not when you're watching the watch.
I'm looking, come on, it's only 10 seconds. Gotta do a little bit longer. 10 more seconds here, you know? So that's the thing. Wash long enough.
Right. Well, I failed. Because I've been only doing it for one happy birthday song. I didn't repeat it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, and you sing it faster to get it done with, you're scrumming. Well, has there ever been a time where you've gone to a restaurant, maybe it's before you started the food safety while you were in the chemical business or any of that you saw somebody just egregiously break the hand washing rule?
I've seen it since I've been teaching the class.
Oh, no, don't say that. That's sad.
I know. It's scary. You see people all the time. And guys, not just the employees. How about the patrons?
Yes.
Thank
you.
This is a two-sided thing here.
Right.
The restaurants keep the place sanitized and free of or limited pathogens on our food. And then we have the dirty customer that comes in.
And
they go to the restroom. They don't wash their hands.
No.
And then they come back and they touch everything.
Like the slot machines and the doorknobs and
door handles
the
are the
ketchup
worst.
Bottles that are out of the table.
Yeah.
And that's an important topic. Has there ever been a time that you know of where there was almost going to, because to me, you can't really regulate, forcing people to wash their hands, but how do we kind of combat that a little bit? Is that where the cleaning process comes in and wiping off everything when people leave? What do we do to kind of combat that?
Well, we can, as a restaurant, keep things sanitized, like I said, but it's the people coming in. So we need to educate them.
And you're going to be educated here in just a few
learn.
minutes. You guys have no idea. Whenever we started the segment, I was telling John and all the guys upstairs, I said, I want to have somebody that's fun, that's knowledgeable, that's an expert in the field, but that knows how to have a good time and is really passionate about this. And Linda, you have not disappointed.
Thank you. I
You'll
appreciate
find
that.
out why she didn't disappoint me right after this quick break when we come back and demonstrate the importance of hand washing the correct way, because I guarantee you aren't doing it correctly. Back after this.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Get ready to fit a whole lot more into your day. Introducing the all-new U-Force 1000. It's the talk of the industry, and for good reason. It starts with the all-new 1000cc engine, 79 horsepower, liquid-cooled. Drivetrain, CB Tech, as durable as it gets under heavy loads. The U-Force 1000. Everything you need to ride without compromise.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
We'd figure this out. I'm just on the other side of the screen. No producer needed. Linda Petterson, we got to learn how to wash our hands. So take us through step 1 of this. Because honestly, we need a refresher. Because I've seen the way you guys wash your hands at the restaurants, at the bar. It's ugly.
Well, we're going to start with your being the guinea pig.
I'm good at being a pig.
How people normally wash
guinea
their
pig.
hands. The guinea pig.
Oh.
You're the guinea pig.
I'm just normally just a good pig. Oh. Okay.
So we start out with, now since we don't have the real setup, you have to have 5 things for a hand washing station.
Okay.
Right? We all know this. Right? For one, we have to have hot and cold running water. It says in the video in my class, as hot and cold as you can, or hot as you can stand it. That number I'm looking for on the exam is 100 degrees. Obviously, here in my Pi Beta Phi picture, I don't have 100-degree water, but this is just a demo here.
Right.
So.
Well, and honestly, a lot of places we go to maybe won't have 100-degree water, so it's good to see what it looks like with just...
No, they have to have...
Oh, do they have to?
It's a law.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. I'm not
gotta have
following.
hot and cold running water.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, gotta wash dishes.
Huh.
So, anyhow, we're gonna
Already
start
schooling me.
with, you gotta wet your hands down.
Wet them down. All righty.
Now, normally we do the soap, but for this demonstration, I got some Glow Germ. And Glow Germ is for training, and it teaches people how they don't wash their hands correctly. So you take a little of this, rub it all around your hands.
Scrubbing good here. Keeping it realistic. And then what's the next step here?
Okay, and we'll look at the directions and get it right. So once we get all this glow germ on us, then we'll place the hands under the UV light to view simulated germs. Now, this is UV.
We got to turn the light off. Turn that light off and shine them on my hands. You guys can see it.
Does that show up at all? You sure can see it here.
Here, point it up a little bit towards the ceiling there. Move my hands.
It really doesn't show very well, does it? Anyway, there's all this white stuff on there showing that the hands are still dirty.
Hold on, I'm coming over here. You guys need to see this. This is too cool of an experiment. I'm right here. We didn't go anywhere. Look at that.
Does that show?
Right there, all throughout the cracks of my hands. And then show them the tops of them.
Oh, you maybe see.
Yeah, show them right there.
Boy, our demo is, you can't really tell. There's all this white stuff around where these germs, pathogens would be.
But
we're going to show.
Hold on here, because that was only step 1, right? We have to wash them off.
Now you got to wash your hands.
They're all over. You guys can't see this too well, but there's all this all over me. I thought I washed them really well. I didn't do too good.
Well, you didn't wash yet. We just put the glow germ. So now we're going to wash.
All right, so now we take the soap and wash normal. That's a cool soap dispenser.
That's from being the bartender. I like those pores. Just get you some.
And you wash like normal.
You wash normal, what you think is normal.
I don't like that. You can't put me in that much control, Linda. All righty, let's see what happens here. All right, I washed them.
Okay.
So now I'm ready for some water. All righty.
Okay, here, you dry your hands.
Let's see what happens here. I think I'm a pretty good hand washer.
You do? Well, for one, you didn't go 20 seconds.
Oh, no, I really thought I did.
It's really 10 to 15 actual seconds of the hand washing.
I thought I actually did.
I know.
All right.
Okay, let's see if we can do this again.
Let's see what happens. I did get on the front. Oh!
Oh,
Hold on.
look at that. Can you see that? Where his tattoo is? No. Well, we have to do better with our experiments here.
We are. But you know what? It was only down here.
Yeah, and of course he didn't wash to his elbows.
I didn't. That's all right. Hold on, we're heading back over here. We're doing a live science experiment. I like moving. I don't like a show you sit there all day like Cronkite. You're begging God when it's over, you know. This is fun. But you guys can't see it. I had all this gunk all down my arm because Linda's told us time and time again, especially if you're part of the newsletter, you got to wash down to the elbow.
Down to the elbows,
Roll
guys.
the sleeves up and do it. I don't.
Then you'll get your 10 to 15 total 20 seconds in.
Because you got to scroll down.
Right. So, the deal is you put the soap in the middle of the palm of your hand. Rub it around. Go on the outside, in between the fingers. Get the fingernails. Used to have a fingernail brush at the sink. Can't have that. Unless it's been soaking in a sanitizer.
Because it collects too many
It collects
germs.
the pathogens and it's still on there. So then you clean underneath your fingernails, right?
Right.
Then down to your elbows.
And see, this is a great way for all of us, though, because I guarantee you none of you wash to your elbows. I'm looking you right in the face now, listener. Right in the face. No way. But now I got to ask you: has there been one client that you've had, one student or one restaurant that's been in your class that just blew you away with how good their hand washing was, or how knowledgeable they were? That you walked in and went, "Wow, they're really on top of this."
Chefs, people who are really trained in the industry, understand the importance of hand washing, and you'll see them. They're like a surgeon,
Right.
They're and people don't wash them enough times. After you, like you said earlier, after you have that cigarette or you go on break, you gotta wash your hands. Time you touch your face. We touch our face or head 20-some times an hour. We don't even know it.
No, and that's something I do, and I'm an eye scratcher too.
Most people, it's the nose.
The nose,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we've contaminated. We gotta go wash our hands.
Yep, and then you wipe it on the counter, or you're moving around and touching things. My biggest thing is a slot machine. They're
nasty.
That is a germ mecca.
Oh boy.
But the thing is, we got to be educated too, because the restaurants and bar industry can only do so much to keep everything clean. It comes down to us too.
And that's why one of the reasons we're doing these podcasts too. Not everybody can get to my classes, but by doing this, maybe we can spread the word to the everyday Joe, right? And that they can make their food safe, or when they go out in the restaurant, they know what to look for.
Well, and too, I mean, what you do with the newsletter was perfect for the holiday season, because so many of us are cooking for families at home, and it was great about how long to leave things out, the temperature zone, what's dangerous, what's not dangerous, how long can you keep them in the fridge. Not very long, Grandma.
There's so many variables in keeping your food safe.
And it affects everyone. Yes. And Linda, you know so much about this, and you're so much fun. And everyone I know we're gonna keep learning together here. But we got to figure out. We got to get like a ceiling camera.
Yeah, we'll do. We're gonna redo this down the road once we learn where we could see the things with a black light.
We didn't really take that into account when we tried this yesterday.
We did rehearse, but
we did put effort in. But so take us through. Was there anything else in the newsletter that kind of stood out to you?
Well, one of the things I thought I'd like every week or every month I want to mention is any recalls from the USDA.
Okay.
That's rather important. One in the area, it's nationwide, is Mountain View Packaging. It recalls the frozen, ready-to-eat crispy chicken with almonds entree products. Wow. And it's due to misbranding and undeclared allergens. Now, as we mentioned before, you can go to USDA.gov and find and keep abreast of all these recalls. This food is in our stores.
Yes.
You know, this is a nationwide recall. They will say if it's Texas or if it's just a certain state.
Right.
But this one here is a nationwide. So pay attention to those.
I got something for you.
Okay.
My grandma went to a certain grocery store, and I don't want to get in trouble because, you know, they're a bigger company. She goes in, and on the package date, it says it was packaged, you know, the day she was at the store. She bought ham. She goes and takes it home. It's not smelling right.
Uh-huh.
It's slimy.
Ooh, that's a clue.
It
Slimy.
was rotted. It was terrible. It was gone. And they go, well, no, it says we just packaged it today. Well, what they did is they packaged it and then left it sit out near the sun or near something. That's dangerous.
So even if you see this Best Buy or sell by date and you haven't reached it yet, still doesn't mean that the food is safe, what you're saying. And I've had that to me. My husband and I, we were in Oklahoma City visiting the daughters.
Okay.
And I went to get some milk from the lobby out front. And milk has a Best Buy date.
Right.
Not a sell by, different date. And we discussed that in the classes.
Now I'm even more excited.
See?
Monday is only 3 days away.
I know, he's going to learn so much.
I am.
So I got this milk, and the Best Buy date was a couple days down the road.
Okay.
Which Best Buy means it's just Best Buy that date, but you can still consume it afterwards.
Okay.
It was rotten. Oh. But same thing happened. Somewhere it still got set outside on a shelf.
Right.
And got time temperature abused. So even though those dates are there and they're out front, use your nose.
Yes.
Feel, common sense. And that's what a lot of food safety is.
Exactly. Well, and if you don't have any common sense about it, if you aren't being safe, you're going to wind up with some pretty bad food poisoning in those situations, or getting really, really sick.
Like I said, you could die. 300,000 people a year die from food poisoning.
Is it that is it that large of a number?
Yes, it is. And it'd be very disturbing if you're the one cooking the food at home, and you get one of your family members that ill.
Oh my goodness.
You know, that'd be a sad situation.
Well, Linda, that's why we need to take your class, and that's why I'm very excited to do so. SafeFoodSpecialist.com is the website. And how many classes do you guys have this month?
Well, I'm doing good. January 9th, Monday at Johnson's Corner. Then January 23rd, a Monday, I'm going to Breeze, Illinois, to the Turf Bar.
Oh.
Really nice location.
Yeah, I've heard of
it has
that.
good food. And then on January 31st, I'm at Joe's Pizza in Edwardsville.
Great
I
location.
did just book a class February 20th at Granite City VFW, which they are joining ILBA, and I have to plug my IL, Illinois Beverage Association. If you're a member of this group that I am on the board for Madison County, I will give you a 25% discount on my classes.
Wow.
So anyone is a bar, restaurant can join this organization. It's very beneficial because of the poker machines and all of that. For a mere $250 a year, you can join this group, get me 25% off, get free basset training, and we have a representative in Springfield as our lobbyist for ILBA. So it's a worthwhile organization, and I'd like to plug them because I do get a lot of business through them.
Absolutely. I mean, you are just rocking and rolling. I got to ask you, because I've never really asked you about the ins and outs of it. Have you always been this busy, or just been growing into it and just on stride?
Well, I've had this business 5.5 years, this particular food safety business, and it was been a struggle.
Really?
You know, to start, because people can't find you. And that's the deal. And I'm having problems finding them. And this is why we do things like this.
Yep.
This is why we have a website.
Newsletter.
This is why we have flyers on RiverBender.com. Let me plug my other one, right?
Yep.
Advertising. You know, I can be the best around, or one of. I'm not the best, one of. But if you can't find me, what good is it?
Exactly. And that's the thing. You know, so many times that even me being the young business owner at 17, I had the delivery company. I mean, you're right. You can be Pele at food safety. You can be the Babe Ruth of being the food safety expert, but if no one else knows you're Babe Ruth, they ain't going to call.
No.
But they are calling you, and that's why you keep staying busy. What is going to be in your newsletter next month?
I don't know. I've been thinking about we could do dishwashing and how you should clean up the sinks. Thought of that.
Now that would be interesting. I was in the sewer industry for a little bit, for like a year, because I'd help my uncle out because my grandpa started Rigdon Sewer Service, and my uncle owns it now, and we would go, and you guys got to quit putting grease down that kitchen sink. You got to quit doing it.
I know. I see.
That would be an awesome thing, because what's brewing in those pipes, that makes even food safety experts skin crawl, I think.
Yes, it is. It does.
Linda, anything else you want to get out today before we say goodbye?
I'm always looking for places to go have classes.
Yes.
If you would like to have me come to your location, I ask that you have a few to start with, and then I try to add through the classes by advertising with my flyers and on my webpage, and Facebook advertising works too. So if you need me, and I travel the state of Illinois, and as a matter of fact, I can travel the United States. So if you're in Florida down there and you need somebody to start some classes next month, I'd be more than happy to come down.
We got some Florida folk that listen in.
You know, I can do them anywhere in the United States. So call me up. I'm coming.
And now, is food, how many certifications do you teach? I forgot to ask, because I'm on your website, and there's a couple of different sections there.
Yes, there's a bunch of different certifications, but the only one I instruct is Food Manager.
I got you.
Which is the 8-hour course. You have Food Handlers, which everybody who works in the industry has to have this. This is a 3-hour course.
Okay.
You only do it online. Then there's the Allergen Awareness, and every food manager has to take this course, and Food Handlers, both. That's online only. And then sexual harassment.
Oh, that's pretty important in that industry.
Yeah, it goes on a lot.
Yeah.
We all could be in jail, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So that you could take online. If you go through my website, you can take all these classes. And I do get a residual. It's only a few bucks, but it all adds up.
But you're right, and too, your website, and not to, plug the same horse we're riding on here, but it's really accessible. You guys can find everything right then and there. You don't have to go searching for it and then trying to go through the navigation. Some of those websites are mazes to get through to find things.
And on my website, we have a new part where you can sign up for the newsletter.
Right down at the bottom, right here, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, so sign up for the newsletter. Makes it easy. We send it out to you every month. It gives you a list of where my classes are, and the monthly newsletter with information.
And if you guys need any more, reason to go with Linda, if you guys have any food safety needs, or if you want to take the class, there's so many testimonials that people have given you that, and you've said it before, that people that you're friends with sometimes got frustrated because it's a class. We aren't here to joke around. We're here to learn.
Yeah.
But you still have fun. But, you said that, sometimes they're, ready to have too much fun instead of learn sometimes. But every one of these testimonials is just amazing. Whether it, North Alton Baptist Church all the way down to
Sonny. I remember Sonny. I was scared about having Sonny in my class.
Were you really?
Well, the reason he's a preacher.
Oh, that's right.
I'm an old bartender. I thought I'd get myself in trouble, But he was so sweet and generous, and yeah.
I love
Sonny.
it.
Yeah. Hi, Sonny, if you're out there.
And then, like so many of them. And have you ever looked back though, Linda, and went, "Wow, this has been a pretty good run of things so far"?
I am so blessed. I cannot tell y'all, and I tell everybody in my class, don't give up on life. You might turn 65 and find something you really, really want to do. So just keep plugging through, gain experience of all the different things you're going to do in life. And then at 65, turn into something you really love, right?
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, we have breaking news. State Street Hit and Run, opening tomorrow at 6 a.m. We are a news show, so there you go. The State Street Hit and Run is reopening after the initial fire a couple of weeks back. They were able to redo everything, re-clean it up. So 6 a.m. tomorrow. No need to go to Washington if you're a North Alton resident and need to go get your humdinger. And Linda Petterson will be with me the first Friday of every month for many months to come. We're going to figure this out. We got some new people coming in.
We're working on this.
We're growing. And we're having a good time doing it, though.
If you have any suggestions of some things you would like for us to cover,
let me know. Yes, send them in.
Come in contact with us. We'll discuss it.
Absolutely. We are out of time today and out of time for the week that was right here, the first week of 2023, that is. I'll see you back here on Monday at 9 o'clock in some sort of fashion, but I'll be with Linda. So on that note, have a great day. Keep your food